Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Prince Magnum channel where hot rodding and romance do coexist. I'm your host, Prince Magnum. Welcome once again to Surviving Romance. In today's Surviving Romance, we're going to do something that I've talked about doing for quite some time, and it's about high time I get to it. A very popular dish. There's my wife. A very popular dish amongst the millennial generation, and it's not very often you see an entire generation kind of come up with their own personal dish. Has been ramen noodles with eggs, or eggs and ramen noodles, however you want to say it. I've never heard an exact, it was just like this is the name for it, but I know an entire generation it's a very popular dish. And I've heard like probably close to about 5 to 10 different versions of it. Some of them using a microwave, some of them using, just different appliances. Basically, there's no right or wrong way to do it. But I'm going to show you guys how we do it here on the channel. And I think you guys are going to really like this. It's going to be a lot of fun. Gosh darn it, we're hungry. So, as everyone begins to kind of make their way in, I'm going to kind of start getting to work. This is going to be a short stream for the day, kind of getting things underway. Just kind of letting everyone, kind of starting the weekend off right, I guess you could say. I've already been up working already, pretty well a good part of the morning. Just been hard at it on the channel. And I don't suspect a whole lot of people will be in and out today. And maybe I need to do this recipe sometime. Maybe need to do this recipe sometime in a straight up, recorded content video. I think this one would be a lot of fun. Minimal ingredients needed. Most of the ingredients you're going to have laying around. Pretty well, that's about it. All right. So, as best as y'all can see, I've got basically two pots here. I've got one over here that I've got with a good bit of water in it, and we're going to use that to do up our ramen noodles, which I got a total of 3 packs. Adjust to the size of who you're cooking for, okay? I'm perfectly okay with that. Over here, in this particular pot, we're going to do some poached eggs. Now, we've done poached eggs like several times here on the channel, numerous times. I have lost the count, all right, of how many times we have done poached eggs, but this will be a review for those of you who have never, done this before, okay? Never seen us do it. So I've got about 2 to 3 inches of water. I've got a single custard cup right here, and I've got half a dozen of eggs. I'm not going to cook up that many. I'm going to cook up about 4 of them. But along with that, over here, I've got some pink Himalayan salt. Now, for our ramen, we will need salt because we will not be using the season packs, and we'll go into that in just a moment again. All right, so we're going to lace that up real good with some pink Himalayan salt, clamp on the lid, and we're going to wait till that comes up to a boil. Over here, I've got, I basically got, like I said, for the poaching of the eggs, I have, let's see, I need some vinegar, and this will help with the feathering of the eggs. I think it's something to do with the French. I don't know, but a couple teaspoons of balsamic vinegar in here. If you don't like balsamic vinegar, you can easily do apple cider, rice wine, red wine, vinegars, whatever you prefer. Just obviously, I will say right now, don't go with distilled white vinegar. It's kind of flavorless. It's just not that, don't do that to yourself. Unless you like them bland, then go right on ahead. But honestly, I mean, come on, you're really trying to rant, ramen noodles are cheap, and I mean, put something good on it, So we will be coming back to our balsamic vinegar here in just a bit. We're going to use this again, but you'll see in a little bit why. All right. So just stick with me on this. Again, over here, we're just waiting for the water to come up to a boil in both pots. One of the nice things about having a more modern kitchen is you can do multiple things at once. A lot of times to run up my watch time, I'll do it one at a time. but that's neither here nor there. All right, again, I need to quit smoking. Over here, I basically have 3 packages of ramen noodles. Again, if you're doing ramen noodles, which it's fine, you can do ramen noodles. I like ramen noodles. A lot of people do like ramen noodles. Some people don't because they automatically think because ramen noodles used highly in the prison system and in the jail system, they think of that, and they oftentimes think of poverty. While I'm waiting for the water to boil, I will say that is not too far from the truth. For those that do not know, a little history on ramen, and we've talked about this before, but we're going to do it again. Ramen noodles were actually designed in China during like the 1940s, 1950s, somewhere in that ballpark area. And Mao Zedong basically his people were starving. They needed some way to eat, and it needed to be a food that had a very long shelf life. And basically what came out of that? Ramen noodles, which became very popular in Japan and of course made its way to the United States. So there's nothing wrong with this. I mean, it has a great shelf life. The problem is if you have a heart condition, do yourself a favor, limit your intake on these because these are done with a palm oil. And palm oil is shelf stable. It makes things last a very long time. But the problem is it's not heart friendly. So don't do that to yourself. Be very careful. And the seasoning packets, we throw those out because those are no good for you. Giant salt lick, you know. And I'll say it again. Good cooks don't salt food to make it taste salty. They salt food to make it taste more like itself. Something about it acts, when it hits the tongue, it increases the receptors. Anyhow, that's all sciencey stuff that's a little bit beyond the scope of this channel. All right. So again, that's all we're doing is waiting for water to boil. And with an electric stove, it does take a minute. With a gas stove, it takes a whole lot less time. Don't throw out my salt. You're such a goof, honey. All right. Hey, what's going on? Car TV. Welcome to the live stream, my friend. Doing a little quick cooking this morning. Basically, we're going to do ramen noodles and eggs, or however you want to call it. A lot of people do like this particular dish, and basically, right now, we're going to do this with actual poached eggs. We're not going to use the microwave. We're going to do this all on the cooktop. I prefer the cooktop. Nothing wrong with the microwave if I'm looking for something quick and easy. But when I'm wanting to really, kind of ramp things up, come on, Mom, my wife's gonna eat, so I got to take care of her. I'm going to do this right. And oh wow, 4:40 in London. Well, here in where I live, it's believe it or not. Well, can I get a time, honey? Oh, PM. Good Lord.
It's 10:39.
It's 10:39 where we live right now. Here in the state of Missouri, smack dab in the United States. What's going on, filming? Welcome to the live stream, my friend. Doing a little cooking this morning. A little ramen noodles with some poached eggs today. Of course, we're going to add in a little extra. You know how this goes. Come on, Sprint Spaghetti Machine. We got to ramp this up. So I'm going to turn you off where you can see just a little bit more of what's going on. Again, over here, we are just waiting for bubbles to form. Over here, I have, we're getting close. Just about. Good morning, Think Different. Welcome to the live stream, my friend. All right. I've got some eggs right here. And again, we're going to move the ramen out of the way. I need to quit smoking. All right, we're almost to the point. I need this to come to a boil. And I'm going to show you guys how to do like the perfect poached egg. I promise you, it's not going to get any easier than this. And it literally, once the water boils and you put the eggs in, it will only take 6 to 8 minutes, depending on what you like. Oh, there you go. There you go. Well, we're going to be cooking with ramen today, but I'm going to show you guys. An amazing way to do this. You guys are going to love it. Be a lot of fun. Again, over here, we're just waiting for this dang thing to come to a boil. I'm going to crank that heat up a little bit more. Over here, I'm just about happy with that. I need a little bit more heat out of this bad boy. And we're going to do our poached eggs in this one. So basically 2 pots. And then, of course, you're going to need a strainer for your ramen. And I've had this strainer forever. I have no idea where I got this thing. It's been to hell and back with me. A slotted spoon and a bowl. And all of this will begin making sense here in just a bit. Also, while I'm at it, to make things a little bit easier, I better grab another bowl, and that'll make sense too. All right, so here we go. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. That's what I wanted to see. Good bubbles breaking, a good, nice rolling boil. That's what I wanted. Over here, I've got a custard cup, okay? You're going to take your egg on a counter, on the top of your counter, or on the flap of a bowl, not on the edge of something. That drives little shards up inside the egg, and I don't know about you, but that doesn't sound very appetizing to bite into. So, pop it into the cup, just like that. Barely touching the water, slide the egg in. The fresher the egg, the better. One more time. What's going on, Carla? Welcome to Live. Doing up some poached eggs. There you go. People always think this is really neat when I do it. One-handed. I don't know why. Some people just think that's so doggone neat. And number 4. No, I've not heard that one. All right. Clamp on the lid, turn off the heat, start our timer for 6 minutes. And that is all we're going to need to worry about with our poached eggs. We'll turn that over there. About another minute or 2 on that. We can discard this. We will not need that for the rest of this stream. Over here, again, I have some water that's starting to finally come to a boil. With electric, it takes a minute. And then I've got some packages of ramen noodles. Yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with that. Do not use the seasoned packets. For this particular recipe. I don't even call this a recipe, it's just, anyhow. It'll make sense soon enough. All right, push that down in there. Set that aside. Keep the heat going. Where did I put that lid? We are in business. All right. So all we have to do for our poached eggs is wait about 4 minutes. Okay. A grand total of 6 minutes. If you want something a little bit more done, go 7 minutes. If that still isn't done enough to your liking, go all the way up to 8. But don't go past that. For some reason, it just doesn't taste the same. So don't do that to yourself. Over here, I've got a bowl for retrieval. Oh, thank you, Carla. I appreciate that. Well, for this morning, it's for Princess Faye. Hey, what's going on, Sean? Welcome to the live, my friend. Just doing up some ramen noodles and eggs, or eggs and ramen noodles, however you want to do it. But we're going to do poached eggs. We're going to do this a little bit differently than a lot of other people do it. We threw convenience out the window. Again, if you, I know some people really, really, really love ramen noodles. I do too. I just don't use the seasoned packets when I cook with them. Yeah, she's multitasking. Again, over here, we've got poached eggs. We've got our ramen noodles cooking right here. And of course, we're going to need a spoon of some sort for retrieval. And since this is all going together, I'm not worried about all that. And then, of course, over here, I've got my ancient history strainer. And then I've got a bowl for retrieving our ramen the moment it comes out. Well, moment's done. And right now, we're just currently waiting for things to do what it do. Oh, yeah. I'm already, it's breaking up nice, just like regular noodles, which it is in a way. Who's that? Hey, there you go. How you doing, Jacob? Welcome to the live stream, my friend. Ramen noodles almost done. Literally, did not take that long. Hydration is pretty quick with these things. And then, of course, over here, we got another, we're now under 2 minutes. So once you get to this point, it doesn't take long, okay? It does not take long. This is still pretty quick and convenient. The microwave would be quicker, but trust me, this will taste a whole lot better. I'm gonna go ahead and kill the heat and kind of let it coast a little bit. Remove the lid because it's trying to boil over. I love it. I love it. All righty, I'm pretty happy with this already. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get this off the heat and into my strainer. Be very careful, ripping hot. What's up?
I can smell the eggs already. You're making me hungry.
All right, and do yourself a favor. Go ahead and hit your ramen with cold water and stop that cooking process. It throws it into shock and won't cook any further, okay? Because if you hit it with hot water for a rinse, or you don't rinse it at all, it'll continue to cook. Carry over will take it over into mushiness and just yuck. Yuck. Shake as much of the moisture off as you can from your ramen. Boom. Pretty happy with that. Looks good, doesn't it? Doesn't look bad at all. All right, so we're in business here. But we're not done with the ramen, okay? We got to wait a moment. And there it is. There's my spoon. Get our poached eggs out. Now again, these were slightly underdone for a reason. And it'll make sense in just a moment. So there's our poached eggs. Grand total of 4 of them. Leave everything pretty well where it is and you'll be just fine. I'll slide that off the heat so it'll start cooling a little quicker. I'm going to grab my thing of ramen noodles, and we're going to splash on some balsamic vinegar. Not a lot, just a little bit. Just enough to kind of add that vinegar flavor to this. I know some people right about now might go ahead and hit it with, say, an olive oil of some sort, but you don't want to do that right now because it'll make sense in just a moment what we're going to do. You guys are going to love this. Absolutely love it. Now, I'm going to grab hold of Princess Faye's bowl, and I'm going to take some of the ramen noodles, not a lot, because she's not a huge eater like me. Just like that. A little bit in the bowl. And then I'm going to take and scoop out 2 of the eggs. Now, these are slightly underdone. When you pop the yolk, it'll run out and mix with the vinegar in the ramen noodles, almost like a vinaigrette. We've done this before with salads, so you kind of get an idea. So it'll almost make like its own vinaigrette. Slightly underdone, just perfect. But we're not done yet. Fresh ground black pepper, a little bit right on the top. Then we're going to grab some imitation bacon bits. Again, not a whole lot. What?
I just read Sean's joke.
Oh, yeah. Hey, what's going on, Charlie? What? Oh, my goodness.
Most people don't like scrambled eggs. They really take a beating.
Yeah. And welcome, Black Lotus. Finishing up this particular dish. You guys are going to love it, love it, love it. All right. So, is there something else we can add to this? Of course there is. Where'd I put it? Oh, right there. Freshly grated Parmesan cheese. Not this. Stuff that I grated up myself. Now, there you go. Eggs and ramen noodles with some bacon bits, black pepper, Parmesan cheese. That looks good. That's for Princess Faye. Let me go ahead and set myself up proper here. Thank you so much, Carla. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. But the cook has to take care of himself here. Now, of course, what would make this even better than this? Crushed garlic. Oh, my goodness. Boom. Eggs. Oh, yeah. Garlic always goes great with so many things. And, of course, for myself, bacon bits. freshly ground black pepper, and of course, real Parmesan cheese. The really good. It smells amazing. Now that is what I call breakfast. There you go. Mm. Now that tastes amazing. That's amazing. And it and there's still a little bit left where I can still do other stuff with it later. So, not bad, right? Looks pretty good. Again, this is just short stream because later on we're going to be live again at my usual time. But I thought, why not invite you all along while I make breakfast? So, amazing. And what didn't take us once I stopped talking it to death, it didn't take it that long. So there you have it. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this. We'll be live again later on today at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. Adults only, because it's going to be a cinnamon live stream, which means I have to get ready early. So I need to jump off here and go do what I do. All righty. So that does bring us to a good stopping point. Oh, thank you so much, Carla. I appreciate that. All right. And that stopping point is a firm reminder to all of you. Get out there and work on a project. I don't care what it is. Just do something with yourself. Remember, idle hands and a creative mind go together like oil and water. If you have a sweetheart, sweep them off their feet and do something special for them today. And as always, for all of you out there, no one out there has told any of you that they love you today. Prince Magnum does. God bless you and have a happy 24. Thank you.